Hi everyone, John here. Just wanted to do a quick update on the Covid-19 in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. For also the people overseas, of course, as well. So I've just heard that I think over in England, I think that they're having a second wave over in England, so they could go into lockdown as well, just like us. But today's a bit of an unusual day actually. We've got I think we've come to one of our milestones where our Premier Daniel Andrews is going to tell us how he's going to reduce some of the lockdown restrictions. But he's already said yesterday and the day before that it's not really going to be much different to what it is now. So maybe you can do outdoor exercises or something like that with a trainer or something, a minimum of maybe 3 people or something like that. But really the shops and all the rest aren't really opening up. Not all the ones that people really want to go to anyway, apart from just food or petrol, or even you've got to see your doctor. You've got to do it over the phone, or if you need to get a script or something, it's got to be over the phone, and then you just wait in the car park of the doctors, and then they call you in and you just pick up the script. You don't even see the doctor. So I know it's hard for everyone around the world, but I think some of the other things that's going to happen is they changed our curfew from 9 o'clock at night time till 5 in the morning. I think maybe they may scrap that curfew. Also maybe being able to visit people, I'm not too sure about that one yet. It's going to be about 12 o'clock, so I'll probably have another quick update about that. But really, the borders are still closed and international travel is still the same. So I think to boost the economy, there's going to be some more companies that are going to open up so people can go back to work, which obviously taxes will be paid to the government as well. So they can pay for a lot of these job keeper and job seekers that we've got to help people and help businesses. But more importantly, really for the mentality for people that are out there that are on JobKeeper, but their factory isn't allowed to work, so they're getting paid but they're staying at home. So those people, although they're getting paid, I don't think that's really good enough for anybody. I mean, everyone needs to keep busy. Us as humans, we need to keep busy, and we need human contact really. And I'm quite fortunate that I'm able to go to work, but I've been able to see people where you're not allowed to. So they did create a little bubble where you can visit one person or something, and that has to be from a single person going into a single person's home. So really it's not much different, and all family members, they can't visit their families. So if you have children, or if you have grandchildren, or if you can't visit those people. So I don't think that he's going to restrict too much. The numbers have come down, as you know, a couple of months ago, or even 6 weeks ago. It was about between 7 and 750 new cases every day. Now, I'm not talking about Australia, I'm just talking about Melbourne, Victoria. So in the last week, we've been getting down in cases under 20. So 15, 10, 12, 11, like that. And I think today's cases, I think, are about 14. So the other day, I think we got down to about 11 cases or something like that. And thank God the amount of deaths that's been happening, especially in aged care, which I just think is just dreadful. We were getting up to 25 people a day dying, and now we've still got people in aged care that are in hospital on ventilators, and but it's down to maybe 2 or 3, 4 or 5 a day, which is 4 or 5 too many as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, it's quite hard. So as far as an update on what's going to happen as far as changes, to Melbourne, I don't think that's not really going to change. So still it's the same for people that want to fly out of here. I think our national carrier Qantas isn't really going to let anything happen until maybe March next year. If there's other carriers that are going to let people go and visit countries, there would have to be another country that's got a very low rate of cases each day, or no cases at all. And I think some other states in Australia, certainly not Melbourne, but some other states in Australia, I think one of them is going to be Sydney. In about 3 weeks' time, they're going to create a bubble with New Zealand, and that's to and from New Zealand. So New Zealanders coming here and Australians going to New Zealand, which won't be guided tours like some countries. You actually be able to travel around and actually have a reasonable holiday. So that's just coming out of New South Wales in Sydney. So that's not going to happen here for a long time. So, and of course the borders are still closed as well. So, and the other good thing as well with the bubble with New Zealand is that you don't have to. There's no quarantining. So, which is great, because I think even when it comes down, as far as Victoria is concerned, even when it comes down to the end of this year, even if you fly with a different carrier and you can go to a country that is happy to let you come, because our cases will probably be down and maybe non-existent by then, the government's still not talking in a way where they're saying that there won't be a quarantine of 2 weeks. And if that's the case and there is a quarantine, that's quarantining 2 weeks overseas and 2 weeks when you come back. Look, I hope that doesn't happen, but it may very well happen. So, of course, Queensland has got some days they'll go without no cases at all, but then they may have one or two cases. But really, that's not in the community transfer. That's a link back to a cluster. And of course, Western Australia is having no problems at all. And I think also South Australia is really good too, because I think South Australia is opening up to other states as well very, very soon. But of course, not for us from Victoria. So also, on a lighter note, I showed you a video the other day which was snowing in Victoria, which very rarely happens unless it's up in the mountains and it's ski season. And it's spring now, so normally that happens in winter. So I just sent that so that people could understand, how up and down Melbourne weather is. So when they think of Australia, we're down south, so it's not. That's not the whole of Australia. If you're over in the top end of Australia, and I don't mean Queensland, I mean like further up, like Darwin or something like that in the Northern Territory, it's actually the same weather like Philippines, Thailand. It's tropical weather, so they'll have tropical rainstorms that'll bucket down rain for like 2 hours straight, and then all of a sudden it's gone and the sun's out and it's sunny. And even when it's winter, it's still like 30 degrees in winter up there. So, but as you keep coming down south, further down south, and apart from Tasmania, Melbourne is one of the lowest ones. So we get all the seasons, and sometimes all in the same day. So today's not too bad, but what I mean is, like, when it's summer, so it will be hot, and when it's spring, it's up and down. But when it's autumn, it's still pretty cold, of course, because it's near winter. But when it is winter, it rains and it's cold, it's wet, it's windy. So so I just want to make sure that everyone out there that some of the weather that I bring you from Melbourne isn't always like that, but it's not necessarily the weather that's from all over Australia, because actually most of the other states they sort of laugh a little bit at Victoria, because Victoria is probably the best place to live as far as Australia is concerned, but as far as weather's concerned, no. Probably up north is a lot better. So, but anyway, that's really all that I wanted to talk about today. I don't think there's really going to be much changes at all. Like I said, the borders are closed, and I think maybe when it comes Christmas, I think that we'll probably be able to have some bubbles with some countries. But I don't think it's, from other states' point of view, I think that they will probably be able to travel, maybe without quarantining, without a bubble. But for me, myself, I really would like to get back to Thailand. I'm actually meant to be getting married over there, so that was meant to happen at Christmas, but I don't think it's going to happen at Christmas because of the quarantining and yeah, it's just not feasible. So unfortunately, we'll still have to wait. So, but yeah, it's not just me. I'm talking about myself, of course, but it's pretty much the same all around the world, and there's a lot of other countries that are losing more people each day, which is we're going to look back on this, everybody out there. We're going to look back on this, and we'll realise that yeah, it was difficult on all the people that have survived, but really we should look back on all the people that passed away unnecessarily. And people on the news and everyone like that, they don't mean to, but it just gets said like news, and it's just like there's another day, then someone else dies, and it's like that's just normal. Nobody means to say it like that, but we all know it's not normal. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing. So I think when we look back on this, we'll be all glad that we got through it, and we'll probably realise how strong us as humans, as we are, we're quite strong. But yeah, all the people that passed away, yeah, God bless them. Anyway, please subscribe to my channel, and I want to say sorry about my hair now, as I always do. You'll know when I get a haircut that you'll know that I can go to a hairdresser's. So everyone out there, have a great day. I hope your weather's a little bit better, and stay safe. Okay, bye bye.